Okay, welcome back, and it's time for opposing views. I don't know whether you made enough sense of what you just saw. If you didn't, that was a video of Akuapem Poloo, Rosemont Brown, being escorted to the vehicle that was to transport her to begin her jail time. 90 days in jail, 3 months for a single mother. All because she decided to take a picture of herself, a nude photo of herself, and her 7-year-old son at the time, and post it on social media, suggesting, well, in her defense, she says she was only talking to the boy about motherhood and what it means to be a mother. And so I think I should bring back to you that video which was played. So she was the lady in the hoodie, and she was with quite a number of police personnel and a few others, and you could see the journalists doing their job as usual, going through everything just to get you the footage. If you saw it for Evans Chinnery, one of our reporters, she was on the ground struggling to get you that footage you are seeing now on your screen. So let's go back and take a look at that very footage as it transpired. So let's take a look at that with the sound and everything else. Yeah. Okay, so let me know what you think. Send us messages on our Facebook page or our Twitter page, and we will read them to the rest of the world. The handle is at MX24GH, at MX24GH. There's also a live stream of this particular program on those platforms, including YouTube as well. You could stream the video there and share with the rest of the world what it is you are also seeing. It's a rather sad situation, very, very sad development, except that the key question is, Nahu Kosam. Okay, let's look at this though. I want to take us through a bit of a sequence. It will not be the first time such a thing is happening, as in someone is showing nude images of herself or even himself, because we do see a lot of musicians and celebrities show such things. If you do not remember, there was a certain gentleman called Wiser did a song called Ekikimi. On a D2R platform, I don't know what kicked him, but he decided to show his penis. So he did show his penis. But I think he's still walking around a free man. I think he got married a few months ago or so. He has not served jail time, no. If you would recall also, a certain self-acclaimed dancehall king, Shatawale, also showed his penis while in the pool. Again, it was all over social media. There was a lot of talk about it, hue and cry. Nothing came of it. He's still a free man, walking around. There have been similar instances of even Ifya Schwarzenegger showing parts of her body on all kinds of platforms, suggesting she's, I don't know, and other personalities also. People we see as celebrities, people we look up to, and on a regular basis try to emulate in one way or the other. I'm sure you may have seen that photo of Christabel Eke also. There were photos of her. She also went naked, totally naked. Put those images out on social media. She's still walking around. But some say it's about the interpretation of the law. And not just the fact that the person has posted a nude photo, it's about the child involved in the picture. I do not know what you think. I don't know. I'm not an expert when it comes to law, so we'll hear from the lawyers. But there are a few comments that have been going around since there was the intention that this lady most likely will go to jail. And so I'm sure you may have seen that hashtag on Twitter and elsewhere, Free Akuapem Poloo, and all of the comments that have come as a result. So we'll go through a few of them. And then I will introduce my guests, including a lawyer who will help us understand the position of the law on this and why perhaps such a verdict was given. So one of the very respected lawyers in Ghana today is Samson Ladi Anyenini. He had posted something yesterday on this development, the Free Akuapem Poloo movement that had gathered quite a lot of momentum on social media. It was started by Efia, the singer, and in fact, a number of celebrities joined in, including Sarkodie and DKB, all sorts of people. So let's go to the law now, though, and read what Samson Ladi Anyenini put up on his Facebook page a while ago. This was yesterday, though. It says, pray. In a case where a woman is convicted of a non-capital offense, the court is duty-bound by our laws to order a pregnancy test before sentencing a woman. Ignore the stories and claims in town, including that order is an indication of a certain intention of the court. If she tests positive, it helps the court to either hand a non-custodial sentence, that's no jail time, or pass a jail term but suspend its execution until an appropriate time it will determine. This is for all you tagging and coming into my inbox with a question. Thanks. So that was what Samson Ladi Anyenini put up when there was that very issue of the tests, the pregnancy test ordered by the judge. Okay. Now, let's go to Samson Ladi again, because he has posted after the court sentenced Akuapem Poloo, and we'll be putting it up on your screen in a brief while. Pray, 90 days, luck, fair, tough love, lesson, confused generation, needing principle, a sense of decency, and a scruple of morality. May the child survive the potential effects of what he was made to suffer. This was posted about an hour ago by Samson Ladi Anyenini. And then there was a quick comment on that, a bit of a response, also from another lawyer, Kofi Bentel, on that same post put up by Samson Ladi a short while ago. I haven't even come to the celebrities. So these are the Bukulon people, so we are on them. Kofi Bentel writes, nothing fair here, my brother. The system is swift against the weak and poor, while worse pieces of humanity still strut around free after their massive mayhem. Okay. Now let's go to Nana Aba Anamoah, who is a very popular television personality, in fact, television and radio personality in Ghana. She works with the Accra-based GH1 television. Nana Aba Anamoah has also posted, and oh, sorry, this is not Nana Aba Anamoah, it's Nana Aba Anamoah Neba. So it says, Akuapem Poloo posted, well, I'm not very sure what the person is trying to write here. Okay, so essentially saying the person posted the nudes and she's been arrested. We say Kwejo piano, say Kwejo keyboard, say Wine posted a certain lady in nudes and he's walking freely here. We need to be serious. Okay. Jocelyn Dumar of MX24 TV has also been sharing a few comments on this. Jocelyn Duma writes, the hardest thing for a mother and child is to separate them, especially when all they have is each other. I've seen the way Rosemond dotes on her son. Please, temper justice with mercy. We've all learned a lesson here. Please, hashtag free Akuapem Poloo, hashtag pardon Akuapem Poloo. Let's go to Sewami here. Sewami here says, a person is convicted on her own plea. Emphasis on own plea in this post. This means that the person accepts that he or she is wrong. The natural consequence of pleading guilty on your own volition means that you are ready to be punished. How are we asking for this person to be freed? And so that was Sewa apparently swimming against the tide, because there are a number of celebrities who are pushing for, well, they were pushing for clemency for this very lady. But Sewa is suggesting that no, you were the same person who said, yes, I'm guilty, I've done the thing. That alone suggests that you are ready to take on the punishment that comes with whichever action you took. So why are we saying that free her, free her, free her? There have been similar posts from Sonny Badu, Sarkodie, Ifya Schwarzenegger and the like. But Sonny Badu has been commenting on this. There's a video of Sonny Badu making a point on this very development. I think that is available now. So let's hear from Sonny Badu as he also talks about the development of a young lady who chose to go nude in front of her son and share that video with the rest of the world. That video will be shown to you in a bit. But Ifya Schwarzenegger has also been commenting on this. Popular comedian DKB has also been commenting on this. Now DKB, funny thing though is that we are told DKB had a bit of an issue with Akuapem Poloo, for which reason they were beefing on social media. However, when Ifya started this campaign, DKB is one of the first people who jumped onto it to defend Akuapem Poloo and suggest that please pardon her, forgive her. She erred. She has admitted that she erred. So please forgive her. That video is available. Let's take a listen to DKB now.
Upset, disappointed and hurt badly. Because one, the common thing we say about Ghanaians is that a Ghanaian will go to any extent to bring another Ghanaian down. Has reflected, has shown clearly. See, yes, we understand that Akuapem Poloo is annoying. Yes, she's annoying. Irritating. Is it your annoying? Is it your irritation that you have to go to this extent to bring the girl down? Me, I don't blame the court. No, the court doesn't change people to bring cases. They are there. You bring your case and then they judge it. So I don't blame them. The people I blame are the so-called child right, whoever people that took. You know what? I don't want to popularize them. So what did you aim to achieve? Yes, you've caused a public shame, public ridicule. Enough, it's okay. You say you are for children, protecting children. That she traumatized the child by taking a naked picture with the child, so she traumatized the child, so the court should deal with her. Fine. Now you are sending the mother to jail. You are making the court send the mother to jail. Do you know how much trauma this little boy has to deal with? Knowing that, umami prison, umami or jail. Do you know how much of trauma even adults can deal with that? And you say you are an outfit for children protection. Is that how to protect children? That this the picture she took with the child has undermined the child's integrity and has subdued the child's dignity, but making the child a product of a convict, ex-convict, is upgrading the child's integrity, is increasing the child's dignity. Sometimes when you're doing things, you should also consider the fact that it could happen to you. Now you see, you are child protection agency, but here you are destroying the future of another child. You are taking a single mom from a child for her to be sent to jail. Will you breastfeed the child? Will you take care of the child? Will you feed the child? Will you clothe the child? Don't tell me foster home. Don't tell me some charity home, whatever it is. No. Because being with your mom, eating food from your mom is different from eating a foster home food. Okay, fine. Did the child commission you to fight for him or her? Did the child commission you? Has the child gone rampaging that somebody must come and deal with the mom? Has the child told you that? What is this institution? You are a child protection outfit. You are protecting a child from trauma that the mother exposed his nudity, so he has been traumatized by the mother. So you are saving him from trauma by sending the mother to jail so that he will be called prison neighbor. That is not trauma. That is hallelujah. Praising the child. Like how do you do this? You claim you're a charity organization, charitable organization, and you lack common charity. Before taking these actions, consider the welfare of the child. Charity begins at home. This is charity. I don't know whether it began from the evil forest. I'm very angry at the people who sent the case to court. Yes, the court has done nothing. It's the people who say, yes. How about, okay, pursuing the court or praying the court to give a much more tender condition, like a fine, community service. At least she will learn from it. Jail, really? By posting a naked picture with the child. Then the child protection agency, when you are done with the Akuapem Poloo, come and arrest all Ghana mothers, because we all bathed with our mothers. We all showed our nudity with our mothers. Me, my mother made me bath at Kologono roadside. My penis is very popular in Kologono because everybody saw me bath by the roadside. When you finish, come, I'll take it to my mother. You are arrested because she has undermined my dignity and increased my humility. What joy do you get from taking the mother from a child? What joy do you get? What joy do you get? It's a very big shame. And you are...
Okay, all right. That was a popular comedian, DKB, Derek Kobna Bonnie. Boating, yeah, he's a Boating, Derek Kobna Boating there. Well, he says a lot there, suggesting that perhaps the police might as well arrest all mothers because a lot of them bath with their children when they are young. Well, that's a fact, except that pictures and videos of such things are not taken and posted online to trend. So that's a bit of a discrepancy there. Okay, a lot more reactions have been coming in, and one of such persons who has been commenting on the issue is a man who himself has been very, very, very popular throughout the week. He's been trending in the course of the week. Sonny Badu. I don't know whether to call him Reverend Dr. Dean Emeritus Sonny Badu, but he himself has been trending, and he has a few words to share on this issue. Let's take a listen to Sonny Badu as well.
God bless you, Dr. Badu here. I'd like to plead with authorities to please have mercy on this young lady, Akuapem Poloo. I mean, we all know what she did was wrong, and I think she's learned her lesson, and I pray that mercy prevails. Please, Mom, have mercy. God bless you. Dr. Badu.
Okay, God bless you, Dr. Emeritus Professor Dean Sonny Badu, for those words as well. So, I don't know what you think, but I've seen a number of your comments come in, and I'm going to share them with the rest of the world. But anyway, I'm conflicted. You know, everybody is talking about this. You see, even Number One is talking about this. Number One is talking about it. Yes, I'll share with you what he's been saying, but let me try and get the view of a very popular Christian personality in the country. Very, very respected man, and I have so much respect for him. He served as General Secretary for the Christian Council of Ghana for a while, Now he's doing some other great things, which he'll share with us subsequently. But Reverend Dr. Akuapem Poloo is joining us now over phone. We'll take his views on the development, and we will rope in a few other guests, including our lawyer, who is also on standby to help us appreciate a lot more as to the latest with this development. Reverend, good afternoon. Hope you're well, sir.
Great, Kwabra, I'm good, and I'm happy also to be in touch.
Great. It's good to hear from you always. A lot has been said about the issue of Akuapem Poloo and the like. What do you make of the decision by the judge to punish her for her actions? And indeed, she did admit that she did whatever it is she's been accused of doing, except that perhaps she didn't think through enough that maybe it could cause her some jail time. And as a result of that, a lot of people are commenting and giving their views on it. But what do you make of that particular judgment by the judge?
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. And let me say, as for the judge, she has done her job as a professional. But it seems to me the issue is the public sentiment being expressed so far, which can be understandable because we are talking about a young lady with prospects in his career, and with this jail sentence, something can get spoiled for her. Again, she's a mother handling that young boy that all this challenge has something to do with, and she must still be around for the boy. Even if you are talking about 1 day, it means a lot. So for the boy to make her mom for 3 months or 90 days, again, means a lot. But we are also in a country that at the moment, the issue of conduct and behavior is a major concern. And that the same public is raising issues about conduct and behavior. Recently, the Kaswa, these young people in the nation, there's a national cry that we are not enforcing our law. We have every good law in our books. We are not enforcing laws. And people were just going for National Media Commission. Why are you not doing X, Y, Z? So now how do we have the balance? How do we make people face responsibility of their actions? How do we enforce our law and build discipline and ethics in society, and at the same time handle our emotions? I think that is where we have reached. And why I would want to sympathize with the young lady, her mother, and others. It seems to me we have reached a point where in this country we must let people face responsibilities of their actions. And if we are not to do that, we are not ready to do that, something may not work well for us, because in one breath we want the truth, we want sanity, but at the same time we become a society that fights against principles. I have a challenge if we go towards that direction.
Some are saying that yes, we agree that she should be punished, except that taking her away from her son, particularly when she's a single mother, for 90 days may be a bit of a stretch. And so perhaps a fine of, say, 10,000, 20,000 cedis, maybe you could have, done the magic. Would you agree with those who say that?
You see, we are dealing with a professional who has done her job as a judge within a mandate, within a framework. If she is wrong, if he has gone outside the law, then let those who understand the law speak and tell us that the judge has gone wrong per X, Y, Z. If the judge has not done anything untoward, if she has done per the law what ought to be done, then it seems to me the sentiment, the emotions, normally that is what we do. Pastors are guilty, traditional leaders are guilty, those on social media. When professionals work within the mandate, within framework given to them, then you find pastors going to them pleading. Then you have a chief going to them pleading, civil society groups online mobilization, like some of these things. Now, when we do that, we end up also weakening institutions. We end up weakening the system. So if the judge has done something wrong, then of course I would say let those who understand the law raise the issue.
Okay.
Let the young lady's lawyers raise the issue. So we allow the professionals to do their job. But just to be emotional and exhibiting such sentiments, oh, you could have done X, Y, Z. At a point, we will end up tightening the hands of the professional. Police arrest people, and then we go and tell them, no, you should have done this. Judges, provide sentences, no, but you shouldn't have done this. Teachers punish children, but you shouldn't have. Don't you do this kind of emotional? You use emotions to approach a professional job. We end up also weakening institutions that must work well for us. So I would say if the judge has done something wrong, let those who understand the law raise their voice. Okay. If there are entry points that the young lady's lawyer can work with, let them do that. But we should not approach professional strength with just emotions and sentiment.
Okay. Reverend, last one before you go. What lessons are we to learn from this happening?
I'm not just addressing that particular young lady, but the issue of conduct and behavior in Ghana at the moment is a worry. Conduct and behavior in public service, conduct and behavior in media, even among pastors, issue about conduct and behavior. We are losing the moral battle. There's real moral decadence. And we also keep hearing that we have all the best laws in our law book, but we have become a nation that is not enforcing law, that is not implementing our law. I will pray and hope that, as the judge said, people will begin to learn that conduct and behavior are keys for successful organization, for successful nation building. Character is important. We are free. We must have fun. Those entertainment, have fun. But please, there are red lines that we shouldn't cross. Ethics is important. Character, conduct, and behavior. Even in our entertainment, where we want to make people excited, let us still have red lines that we don't cross.
Reverend, thank you so much for agreeing to speak to us on this issue. We are really grateful for your insights as well. Reverend Dr. Kwabena Opunifrimpong. He's currently the coordinator for the Alliance for Christian Advocacy Africa. He also served as General Secretary for the Christian Council of Ghana, and he's doing some fantastic work at the Alliance for Christian Advocacy Africa. I think you should make some time to watch some of his things on his website, and you'll be very much impressed. So he's giving us a fair idea what it is he thinks about this development. Our other guests are joining in now. I'm going to start with one right now. George Quay, my very good friend, GQ, as a lot of you know him on radio. You call him Abuaji on TV. So George Quay is also a radio presenter with Accra-based Joy FM. He does Rhythms A to Z on weekends. He does some very, very good interviews on radio. George is joining us with some thoughts on this. George, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I am very well, thank you. I hope you're well.
God is good. We're blessed.
So Poloo has taken the lead. Are you joining anytime soon?
Right after you. That is right after you. As soon as you go, I could hear about it.
Yeah. So on a more serious note, George. So what do you make of the development, really, and all of the noise that has accompanied it?
It's a tricky one. As I was saying on Joy News TV earlier, we can look at it from two perspectives. I can look at it from an industry colleague, a friend, somebody I know that has been jailed. It is definitely not good news. It's one of the things that you would be happy about. I mean, even if the person is not your friend, anyone going to jail at any time for anything is not a good thing, you know. Even if the people are very guilty, jail is not a place that you'd wish on anyone. So that is one side. On the other side, I mean, look, there is a real problem. And that problem could get worse if we do not take steps to curb it. And the Bible was very clear when it said that spare the rod and spoil the child. That is biblical. So how do you spare the rod in a matter of this nature? In a matter where recently, I mean, many have spoken about social decadence that has been triggered by social media and triggered by, the sort of, it looks like there's no law guiding it, so any and everybody can just get up and do whatever they like on social media. You can just get up and post anything. I mean, you look at a lot of ladies, you go to their posters and stuff like that, and it's like you're watching porn sometimes, So you ask yourself, is this what is going to bring some awareness and help us get some solutions? If it is, then definitely it is most welcome. And I pray that a lot of us take a cue from it, and then we become a bit more careful and a bit more self-respect what we post or what we choose to put out there on social media, because really and truly, it is global. And as they say, the internet never forgets.
Will this serve the purpose for which we are hoping it will? Will this deter people from really posting some of these things? Because a few minutes ago, I just checked Snapchat, and the things I'm seeing there, I don't know. But will this change anything?
I pray it does. And if it doesn't, I pray that, the next person gets an even steeper or stiffer sentence. Look, I can believe the judge was between a rock and a very, very hard place in arriving at this decision. On the one breath, you're seeing a young, pretty lady, actress, who recently just got a deal to go play some roles in some movies in Nigeria, I think, who's got a child, who probably didn't even know that what she was doing was wrong or criminal or had issues with, So you would wish that you could pardon the person of this, for this, should I call it a crime? But then again, you look on the other side and you look at the damage that could be made if a person like this went free. You are looking at the bigger picture. Look, in communications theory, there's something that we call the categorical imperative, which sort of speaks to doing the largest number of good for the largest number of people, or what is applied to person A in interest of the largest number of people, or to be applied to person B as well. You understand? If Akuapem Poloo's 3 months or 90 days in jail is designed, which I believe it is, designed to serve a greater purpose, and I believe it will achieve that purpose, then I think we should all welcome and embrace it. What we can do as industry colleagues, as friends, as family, as people who love her, will be to pay her regular visits and find a way to make it less painful for her while she's in there.
George, thank you for your time, and I'll be paying you regular visits once you go there. Thank you. George Ko is an entertainer, a radio presenter with the Akuapem Joy FM. He does Rhythms A to Z on Saturdays on that station, and he joined us with some thoughts also. We'll stay with a few more comments from a number of people who are joining us. Kojo Sheldon is a YouTuber. You watch him on MX24 TV on Saturdays, MX Social. He's a fun guy. Everybody loves him, the Duku gang. He likes violence. That's what he keeps saying. Kojo, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, boss.
You love a lot of violence, right? Is this violent enough for you? The fact that a lady is being separated from her son because she decided to show her nudes to the whole world?
No, this form of violence there, it's too much, and I feel like this is not the kind of violence I want. And when the issue or when the incident happened or when the news broke on social platform that she's been taken into custody and all those things, I did a video saying, begging for leniency for her, because at the end of the day, as people have been arguing on social platform, she has a family, she has a child and all those things. So I did a video. I don't think my plea is admissible in court and all those things, but I did a video saying, I mean, if they could find him or find other forms of punishment for her to do instead of putting him in jail or prisoner, it's going to help. I mean, her and all those things. You understand? But as I said, I don't determine what the court would do in such cases and all those things. So they woke up and yes, they've passed the sentence and all those things. That she's going inside for 3 months. I'm very sad for her. But I don't know what I can do about it. But this is not the violence I wanted.
You anticipated. Okay. I have a few more questions for you. Just hold on briefly, though, because but at this point, I need to introduce two of our other guests who have also joined us. Christian Malm Hesse, he's a lawyer, and I told you that we'll get a lawyer to help us understand the remits within which the judge gave her sentence. And so, Christian Malm Hesse, he's with us on Zoom. He will also help us appreciate that in a short while. As well as Kwame Beko, he's an artist manager. Kwame Beko is on phone with us. Gentlemen, I'll come to you in a brief while. I just need to hear this from Kojo Sheldon before I get you to rejoin us. But thank you for agreeing to join us so far. Sheldon, I hear you loud and clear when you say that it's not a very happy moment for you, particularly since you, even on your own platform, tried to plead on her behalf. But then the question is, in fact, a lot of people say then you are part of the problem, because if every day people will err and people like Sheldon with huge following will come out and come and plead for them, then what should stop them from continuing with such acts?
Okay, so with my own, as I said, my plea or whatever is not supposed to affect the decision of the court. I was just pleading for them to be lenient with her and all those things. But then again, the law is the law. You understand? She went into a court, a competent court of jurisdiction, and admitted that what she did was wrong. She broke the law, and based on what she did and what she said, yes, that is what the law is supposed to do to her. So I just did the video just to plead for leniency. But if the law is saying that she's supposed to go in for 3 months, I mean, normally. They say she was supposed to go in for 3 years. That is what the law says about that particular crime. And I mean, based on the outcries and so on social media and all those things, the judge was lenient and sent her to prison for 3 months.
3 months.
I think that is fair. I think that is fair to us, you understand. But you know, some of us, we argued from a standpoint that she probably didn't know what she was doing, and she didn't know this was going to be the outcome. So I wasn't against the fact that she shouldn't be punished. I was for the punishment, but I wanted leniency for her. And maybe that leniency is the judge giving her 3 months in jail, which is fine. I'm okay with it.
Okay. It will affect your content though, because you have it twerking all over the place for you, but that's okay.
We shall survive. We will survive.
Okay, Sheldon, thank you very much for your thoughts on this issue. Kojo Sheldon is a YouTuber and a content creator. He also joined us with some thoughts on this. Kwame Rasta, you've been following the discourse so far. What are your thoughts on it?
Thank you very much and good afternoon.
Right.
I don't know. I'll take it from where Kojo Sheldon left off.
Okay.
I mean, for starters, I do not see. It's almost as if he was trying to apologize or trying to say that him reaching out to his followers to sort of inform the expected harsh decision of the court was not a step in the right direction. Kojo, you've done nothing wrong. If politicians are dogged for crimes against the state and their followers go there, we've had situations where, I mean, security or Delta forces or whatever forces here have been dogged, and people have gone inside the court there to misbehave. You know, that's how they do their thing. We do our thing online, reaching out or standing in for friends or people in the same space as we are, and try to pray to God or the court that, listen, be lenient. There's nothing wrong with that. So, I mean, but with regards to the application of what the law says, it is what it is. You know, for me, the photo, I would want to look at the source again. It's not something that caused me any harm. it did not improve my living conditions, neither did it reduce it. If the principle of the law supposed to, take care of us, protect us from us, a bit of it says that the child has been exposed to whatever traumas or whatever there is out there. If that's what the law says, I agree with the law. We have a country to run. We need to have, we don't live in the wild. You understand? So if my the mother of my child, my son does that, I'll be livid. I don't know what I will do. But again, there is an omnipotent or an overriding rule that guides us, or that says that if you do that to a child, put it out there, you sort of cause injury to the child in one way or the other, and it is not good. So this is the penalty for it. Now, when you get to the penalty bit, it says that you go in for a minimum of 3 months or whatever. Listen, it is what it is. Okay, if we have issues with it, let's revisit the law.
Kwame, you know the issue a lot of people have. The issue people have is that it appears that justice in this country is selective. There are people who do similar things, in some instances, worse things. And in some way, somehow...
Hold on. When did these people find out that justice is selective? It's always been selected. Let's not kid ourselves into pretending that we live in an ideal world where, 1 + 1 is 2. Do you understand? I'm a dreadlock-wearing human being, and if I tell you what I suffer, forget about the school incident, if I tell you what I suffer because of my locks, do you understand? So where has the law been all this while? So that's supposed to protect me. So if those people have issues with the law being selective, it is old news. It's as old as, the word itself. Let's look at how can we, if this situation, if this case study presents us an opportunity to present or to interrogate why the law should not be selective, then we are having some progressive conversations. But if it's the same old, once, disaster strikes or misfortune dogs somebody's steps, that's when we rise to repeat a 4-year-old conversation that, Then, what's the point, bro?
I see. Kwame, thank you for your time on the show today. Kwame Beko is an artist manager. He's also an entertainment pundit. He manages Tiny, and he's done this for many, many years. He also joined us with some views on it, and he's suggesting that, as for the discrimination, it's everywhere. He has had to suffer a lot of discrimination also. It's time for us to speak to our lawyer who will help us appreciate a lot of things. But take note of these two numbers, because after we are done speaking to the lawyer, it's time for us to hear from you also. Here are the phone numbers: 055-033-1511, 055-033-1511, and 020-473-8481, 020-473-8481. Christian Malmhesse is a lawyer, private legal practitioner, and he has a lot of insight when it comes to the law. He's going to give us a bit of an education as to what we all saw, what we all witnessed, how the judge arrived at her decision, and what it means to all of us going forward. Counsel, yes, sir. Good afternoon. Hope all is well.
Yes, all is well.
Great. We are really grateful you've taken time off to help educate all of us as far as this issue is concerned. Now, within the framework of the Constitution, it comes across as though the judge chose the most lenient sentence possible, it appears, when it comes to jailing her. Looking at the gravity of the situation, could she have, in fact, or was she likely to have suffered a lot more than she currently is?
Very well. When it comes to these things, the Constitution does not manage it.
Okay.
It is not a constitutional remedy. It is a matter of, it's a criminal matter which comes directly under Act 29. And whatever was charged against them with respect to the counts and all of that related to Act 29 comes under Chapter 7, which deals Act 29, which deals with corrupting public morals, obscenity, indecent exposure, and all of those. And that was what it came under.
So it's because she showed her nudity to the rest of the world. How does the child's bit come into this conversation?
I mean, the mother also owes it not to do that, especially to the world and also to the sensibility of the child. And that is why her sentence also aggravated. Because the first and foremost thing is that she ought not expose herself in that manner. And we are in a dispensation where the so-called celebrities are in the penchant of showing extensive nudity. Whichever degree of nudity the law says is indecent exposure. And they believe that in exposing their bodies to the world, it would afford them certain endorsements, or they become social influencers or gather more followers for social media traffic. I don't know where such a stereotype came from, but that has become the norm. And there are a lot of so-called celebrities that are involved in this particular act. I don't want to go by names, but we all know them, and they trend a lot. If you are, what's her name? Poloo's own is just a tip of the iceberg, and it happened that she suffered the scapegoat.
So based on what you are saying, based on what you are saying, for a number of these celebrities who decide to show skin, as they choose to call it, of course they cover certain sensitive parts of their bodies, but how much skin showing is likely to put you in jail?
The law defines it as indecent exposure, so that to the degree because you have some of the pictures that shows their buttocks. You have some of the pictures that shows them only in pants. You have some of them showing them wearing their bra. You have some of them wearing net dresses. Some of them also wear it's more like a metallic mesh dress, seductive without wearing.
And all of that is indecent exposure.
Yes, I mean I'm describing a particular so-called celebrity who dressed like that and flash it on social media. And all of these things is very, very worrying. And they give the young ladies false inspiration. They give them false inspiration. Some of them also have it on Instagram where you pay certain amount of money
to see a lot more nudity.
They go nude. Yes, they go nude and they make money, $100, $200.
So,
and one of them had the effrontery when she was interviewed on national television to explain how she makes money from all of these things. And yet the authorities didn't go haywire. But well, I mean, there's always a starting point to crack the whip. And Akuapem Poloo happened to be the trendsetter.
So the key issue is this then. Why are all these people who are breaching the laws, why are they not in jail? Why do they still keep gallivanting the streets?
So that is my advocacy is in two folds.
Okay.
The first is to the human rights organization that championed the Akuapem Poloo's thing.
Okay.
But it shouldn't just stop at the Akuapem Poloo, because all these so-called celebrities that are revealing their body parts, shapes, and all of that are corrupting public morals, particularly are affecting the sensibilities of the children, because the internet is not just for the adults, it is also for the children, for the young.
That's true.
And you have this is influencing a number of the senior high school young ladies who then have the penchant to also show skin and say all sorts of obscene things. Again, I also advocate to the cyber fraud unit that the Akuapem Poloo's own should not stop at the bus. At the bus should travel far beyond and see how best we can rope in some of these things so that even if you arraign them before court, win or lose, I mean, they know that the system is working.
Indeed.
So that is my
Wow.
only concern in advocacy to these two prime areas, civil organizations who have worked so hard to get Akuapem Poloo behind bars, and also the cyber fraud unit to be up and doing.
Council, many thanks for your time today on Opposing Views on MX24 TV. We are really grateful you took time off to educate us. Christian Maum Hesse is a private legal practitioner, he's a lawyer, and he took us through a lot. He just told us that it appears a number of celebrities on Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok and all of that, showing all kinds of things. In fact, I once did something for a company, and in they doing their competitor analysis, they were worried because their competitors had gone for a certain lady who was popular on TikTok because of her buttocks, and she was always shaking her buttocks, and so because of that, they are getting a lot of numbers. So they were worried, and I was worried they were worried, but it is a reality that it appears as though a lot more people are drifting towards some of these negative things, and it has become the trend. The lines are open now. 055 033 1511 or 020 473 8481. You are free to call into the discussion now and let us know what your thoughts are. But Akuapem Poloo herself has been doing an Instagram live after her sentencing. I think she has a few words to all of us. It's time to share that with you also. Let's take a look at that.
You know, this is your one and only sexy Poloo, Akuapem Poloo, yeah, Rosamond Brown. I just want to use this opportunity to say thanks to all my legends who supported me. I saw the hashtag, especially Regina Stone, Sarkodie Stone Boy, Bridget Otu, Hajia Forreal, Akuma Mazimbi, DKB. Oh, I can't mention it all, please. I saw all this, all the bloggers who use their platform to support me. I saw the hashtag. I love you. I know you people love me, and I love you too. The bloggers, mommy, those called celebrity. I know you love me. I'm stubborn, but you still show me love. I saw the money you sent, mommy, for my son. We are grateful. Guys, you know your girl is strong. Sometimes in life, you have to pass through some things to make you strong, to get to somewhere. I know it's a test I have to go through. I'm strong. You guys know. Please, all that I need is your prayers and your support. Your girl will be back with you guys. I love you. Thank you, Tunde. Thank you, all my Nigerian celebrities. Thank you, all my Ghana celebrities, all over the world who are supporting me. Yeah, Jackson, I love you, sister. I know you love me. I love everyone who has supported me to this. Your girl loves you. Did they pay you? Kiss, kiss.
Okay, sexy Poloo, we know you are strong. Stay strong. We will support you in prayers, and we'll visit you, as George Kwe says, as and when we can. Let's go to the phone lines now. Ofori Ansan is joining us from Asin, I believe. Ofori, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, let's hear your thoughts on the issue, sir.
A very good afternoon to Ghanaians at large, and all what I want to say is, or I want to add this thought is, you know, there is so many school of thoughts there. We have a lot of issues, a lot of problems at hand in Ghana now that needs much attention than this. You know, I want to ask this. Are they trying to tell us that our laws is better than that of USA and that of our colonial masters? Because there is much bigger things, much indecency than this, exposure than this that is being going over there. Creatures have nothing on their I don't know minimum income on their economy. But in Ghana here, returns to Charlie, this issue is very worrying because I learned her son has been crying since the woman was locked up, and her mom too is crying. We have so many imminent issues that needs to be discussed. Are they trying to tell me that in Penifono, in Yoma the Bria, that demands a lot of punishment.
Thank you.
Concentrate.
Yeah, I think the point has been made. Before you, thank you for that. Joseph, you are joining us from Kaswa. Joseph, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Joseph, let's hear your thoughts on the issue, please.
Yeah, I have about 3 points to make.
Go ahead. Let's be quick about it, though. Right.
Okay. First, on the sentence of Akuapem Poloo, I don't think it's anything wrong. I don't think it's anything wrong because even in outside the country, in the U.S., celebrities are being sentenced for things they do wrong. Mostly 3 months, our community service. Whatever the sentence is from the judges, I don't think it's anything wrong with that. But what we should do as a country is that we are supposed to know that the technology is growing faster and that people are going to take advantages to make money out of technology. And we cannot curb this if we cannot put restrictions on our technology and especially on our social media. We can talk about the business aspect of the social media celebrities making money out of all these things, and it is good for the economy. If we can, or if the government or the law enforcers can actually put restrictions on the social media to curb the morality of all these things. Are you getting me?
Okay.
With Akuapem Poloo's sentence, it is not the nude pictures that is being sentenced, that is making her being sentenced. It is actually the fact that she actually has to put it in public. Are you getting me? And she deserves such a sentence or a punishment like that. It is just 3 months. I think she should use that opportunity to create her audience and to create a platform very well and to put, good measures to make sure that her status as a celebrity is kept quite well. We can talk about Vice Capital and all those people.
Okay. Thank you. Joseph, with your thoughts from Kaswa, I'm sorry, I can't take any more calls. Sincere apologies. The calls are coming in, but we cannot take any more because I really have to read a few messages and then we can wrap up here. One from Salom Helen says, fame, fame, fame. Everything they want to do just to become famous. Okay. Then Inshira comes in with LOL. The law is working and you are pleading for mercy. It serves her right, but to be very honest, the fine would have been enough or some pardon. But this judgment arose from the increasing dissemination of nudity on our cyber space. More like a scapegoat, let's be honest. The law actually gives a maximum of 3 years for such an offense per the Cyber Security Act passed last year by Parliament. She should even be grateful for 3 months imprisonment. Is the child my heart goes out to. He's innocent and I can imagine the trauma he's facing. What at all do you want to show the world that you post nude pictures of you and your son just because you wanted to send a message of motherhood in quotes? That was just not needed. It's just unfortunate she's being used as a scapegoat. And if the son wasn't involved in the picture, the narrative would have been different. Mind you, the child is the property of the Republic. Just unfortunate. Lessons learned. Then there's another comment here. Says the reason why most people haven't been convicted for posting nudes of others is because that bill was just passed last year. Many people don't even know there's a new bill like that which makes a provision for the same case. They dragged the issue because it included a minor who is the property of the state. Salom comes back in here. Salom Helen says it's because of Child Rights International's involvement. Okay. And then there's another comment here. Says I await the day Ifya Schwarzenegger and that Ifya Odo will also have their turn. Okay. Sorry, but you shouldn't be praying for such things for others. To some messages also on Facebook, I think this will serve, this from Benjamin Owusu Piasa says, I think this will serve as a deterrent to other celebrities. Nudity is on the ascendancy in Ghana. It is a good judgment. Kin Motion Salifu says, I want to ask if the fraudsters on TV stations, but yet nothing is doing about it. Okay, so why nothing is being done about the several people who are scamming unsuspecting victims on television? Okay. Children are on the streets. That's so-called Child Rights International. That's what you're asking. Okay, right. You want Child Rights International to do more for children who are on the streets and not to focus on such things. Okay, point well made. Rich Adonai says, does the judge understand single parenting? Those parents maltreating their kids, how many of them have been convicted. Okay, those were your views on opposing views today. My name is Kwabna Chenchehene Boateng. I'm grateful that you took time off to watch us. I'll see you on Monday.